Howdy, friend. Welcome to Homegrown, coming to you from the Pinecrest Ranch, Custer County, Nebraska. I'm your host, R.P. Smith. I may not be back in the saddle, but at least I'm in a chair and at the keyboard. 3 weeks ago, I was dismounted in a very unceremonious way. This is to say, my best efforts did not even come close to matching those of a horse I used to ride. 2.5 of the last 3 weeks have been spent in the excellent care of the team at Bergen Mercy Hospital in Omaha, Nebraska. My recovery is going well. Some could even say miraculously. I'm pretty limited on my activities for the next few weeks, standing with a walker and pivoting to where I'm sitting next. It would look like as much hardware as I have in my pelvis, I would be pretty indestructible. But they are not wanting me to test it out just yet. I wonder if all that steel is magnetic. Perhaps I could have some magnets embedded in the saddle tree to help me keep my rear in the seat. My son-in-law loaned me a favorite book of his. The title is Both Feet in the Stirrups. The author is Bill Huntington. Published in 1959 by the Western Livestock Reporter. In his chapter titled Indians, he tells of renting grass on the Crow Reservation of Montana in the early 1900s. A paragraph hit pretty close to home. Any way you look at it, the cow business has a lot of ups and downs. Just about the time a cowman thinks he's got the world by the tail on a downhill pull, along comes a dry summer, a hard winter, and low prices, and all he's got left in the spring is a depleted cattle herd and a big debt. I chuckled when I read that last night. This morning I'm sitting in a wheelchair on an unusually cool May morning. It's hitting me just a little differently. Our cattle were in a place where they wintered well. It looks like we've had the best calving season in years. Cattle prices are at record highs, and we've had some rain. Why would my mind be tangled up like a couple of Olympic freestyle wrestlers? While I was in the hospital, I was asked several times a day what my pain level was, on a scale of 1 to 10. When I got home, I posed a question to my son Caleb. Trying to pose the question in a positive light, I asked what his love level for the cattle business was. Granted, they'd gone through a tough day hauling pairs, dealing with some mechanical breakdowns, and not being able to finish the job as planned. He grinned slightly, but did not give me an answer. I call this new poem Steppin' Off. Stepping off or bucking off? Do I really have a choice in the heat of the battle? Will I hear an inner voice where I can see a glimpse of just what the future holds, with a little bit of insight as my story now unfolds? Could I have the foresight to avoid an awful wreck? Cash in the chips in front of me, just pick up the check? I love this game as much as ever, but if the truth be told, my spirit still feels young, but my bones is looking old. Why would I think of changing? I've made it through the storm. Consider something else but ranging, maybe winter where it's warm. Retired folks just up and die. Read your local paper, but work until you drop does not get you through the caper. It's not like I can't borrow. Sure, I can get a loan, but if I stepped off now, I could call what I have my own. I'll just say a little prayer, for my Lord, He does not fail. And if anyone is interested, I guess my heifers are for sale. Thanks for riding along on Homegrown this morning. I sure do appreciate everyone that I've heard from, and for the continued prayers of so many that have not contacted me yet. Our God is good, and He has this covered. Hoping He blesses you real good today, and that our happy trails cross again soon. I'm R.P. Smith.